Boom. Awesome. So you have the workshop agenda, right?
No, let me write it down.
Okay, so we have branding, lead funnel, Facebook, Instagram ads, automation, sales. And we'll talk about some other cool stuff. Lead funnel, Facebook, Instagram ads, and automation, and then sales. We also talk about scripts.
Alright, sir.
You good to go?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, now before we get started, so what do you have now as far as branding for the product?
So as of right now, all I have is the website.
So you have on your website, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a website, okay. All right. Is the website you use their own website or you build that yourself?
And somebody build it myself.
Somebody. Okay. So did you do your own logo or is it the same company logo? Oh, no. All right. So in order for you to do Facebook ads, you will need these things. Those are you must go ahead and create them. One, you must create a Facebook business page.
I have a
Facebook
page under like my personal profile.
No, it has to be related to the brand.
Yeah. So how, when you're creating that a business page, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the brand, is it? It's kind of like, you know, when you create a Facebook account. Is it the same way?
No, I can show you how to create it. I'll go in the computer in a second.
Yeah, which I kind of. Okay.
So you have to create a Facebook page. Again, it has to be a business page.
I think I have that though. Yeah, I do have one.
Under this company name?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just haven't published it.
Okay.
I've never published it. I haven't done anything, but I have it.
Okay, we must have that. There's no way you're gonna be able to do
Yeah,
ads if you don't have a
yeah.
Facebook
No,
page.
yeah. I have one.
Right? So when you create the Facebook page, of course, you need to make sure that there is a business number in there.
The telephone number.
Yeah, business tel number there. You need to have a cover page. Professional one, by the way. Now, if you don't know how to do it, you can go. I can give you some resources where you can go and get it done. If you don't want to do it yourself, you can use Canva.com to do it yourself if you want to. Honestly, it's not easy. I mean, it's not that hard. It's free, by the way. And then, or you can use Fiverr.com. Have somebody design it for you for $5. But you'll get somebody from Philippines, from India doing it for you, and it looks good.
Right. The cover
Right?
page. Yeah.
When you create your cover page, don't have something. You don't not. So the reason of the purpose of a cover page is when somebody coming inside of your business, they can see exactly and within second what you are about.
Right.
So you want to make sure that when you create that cover page, you have some type of description of what you do in it, right? And then make sure you have an email address. Okay, make sure you have your website, and then make sure you have your phone number in it.
Right.
So instead of somebody scrolling through all the way to your page to find it,
Right.
the moment they look at the cover page,
Okay.
they can find that information. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so make sure that you have your website in there or lead funnel, whatever it is, but also make sure that you have your phone number in there. So somebody's trying to call you, they don't have to go scroll through all your page.
Yeah.
I mean, all this freaking thing to go and find it. I mean, otherwise, you might lose that customer. Get it? So, second, you must have an Instagram page.
Right.
Same thing, when you do your Instagram page, the description has to be something that within seconds somebody can know exactly what this page is about. The reason why, because people attention span, it's like 5 seconds now. Nowadays, used to be a second. Now it's 5 seconds, just because again you see it's a lot of distraction going on the internet. When somebody look at your page, they gotta be able to tell exactly what you are about within 5 seconds. Otherwise, you lose them. They're gonna end up, clicking on some models with big booties or fast. You get what I'm saying, right? So make sure you do that. And then of course, if you want to create a YouTube channel too, I would advise you do it, right? And then on that YouTube channels, what I will do is share like some tips and strategy on like how to X. So I will just use the model of how to X and Y without like doing the thing that you hate. Right? So but again, before you to understand what kind of subject that you want to come up with to talk about, you need to understand your audience. Right? But I will use that model every time I'm coming out with a headline. I will use that format: how to X and Y, how to do X without doing the shit that you hate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get that. Any questions?
Nope.
Right. So and then obviously let's jump real quick on. You said you already have a Facebook. Do you know how to create one, or you want me to show you how to create one?
I think I have one. I can show you.
Okay, so we'll look at the page after, but make sure as far as branding you have that. You have a logo in there the website. Obviously, I already seen it. I already told you have to add testimonial to the social proof on it. And then the Facebook page, the business page has to be a business page. And then make sure that there's a phone number in there. Make sure the cover page is professional. Make sure you create an Instagram page if you don't have one. Make sure you create a YouTube channel if you don't have one. And in YouTube, try your best every week. Go there, at least shoot one video, because that's the purpose of branding. If people don't know who you are, there's no way they can do business with you, right? So if you don't stay relevant in the marketplace, nobody will be able to do shit. Nobody will know who you are. What's the purpose of giving you money if they don't know who you are? In fact, they won't give you any money because they don't know who you are. So you have to keep that authority there. You have to make sure you go every week on YouTube. I don't care. The best time, to be honest, the length of the video should be like 3 to 5 minutes. And then go there, share some tips. Most likely, you have to understand your audience, the problems that they are facing, or the objection that they have about buying your product, and then you should video about those objections. Get it? So that's pretty much part of the branding. You have to make sure you do that part of it. Any questions? Alright, so the second step of the agenda, which is where it gets juicy. So it's the lead funnel. Now we'll talk about that here, and then of course we'll jump on the computer and talk. So a lead funnel, the purpose of a lead funnel is for you to gather information, right? So you want to make sure that you gather first, in your case, you want to gather first and last name. Matter of fact, let me ask you that question. What do you need to sign up a customer?
Well, like from beginning to end process?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, what kind of information are required to process the sale?
Okay, so the information required to process the sale is the client's full name, address, and payment information.
So so in your sales
process, that's the actual sale piece,
So first and last name, address, and then payment.
Right. But for the lead, all I need is full name, telephone number, and email.
No, I knew that.
Right.
So now question, do they have to do a credit check?
No.
Do not. Okay. So most likely everyone qualified?
Yeah. For security system.
Everyone qualified?
Yeah.
They don't have no credit check on your system.
You know what? Wait, let me take that back. Hold on a second.
Why it takes you too long for you to answer
Yeah,
that question?
I remember. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
So let
good.
me find that out.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. No,
Yeah.
So again, you need to understand your self process for that.
Yeah.
You gotta go back and understand your self process,
Mhm.
right? So you must know your self process. Exactly what a customer needs for them to sign up. Do they need to have a credit check? So yeah, take that back and find that out. So in a lead funnel, honestly, you do not need all that for yourself. All you need to collect is first name, to be honest. Now, you want to make sure you keep it super simple when you
Right.
do a lead funnel because, again, people attention span is freaking 5 seconds. You got to make it easy for them to give you that information. If the more you ask them, the more complicated that you make it, right?
Right.
So you want to keep it super simple. So on your lead funnel, when you build one, if you can just ask first name and last name, I'm sorry, first name and email and phone, in your case, you should be fine. And then when you call over the phone, then you can do all the other crap.
Mhm.
You want to make it easy for them to just give you that
Yeah,
information.
yeah,
Now, people is just not going to give you that information like they don't know you,
yeah.
for all you, right? You gotta give them a reason
Right.
to give you that information.
Mhm.
So, in order for someone to give you that information, you gotta give them something in return of something back, right? So it's what we call the order for reciprocity. If you give somebody something, they'll just give you something back. But they not give, if you call it, what was your number? Fuck, what do you mean? What do you need my number for? But you gotta give them something in return for it. In your case, you gotta figure out what is the best thing you can give them for that information. Like that is super important. You gotta look, go find in your marketplace what is the best thing you can give them. Now, I can give you some example of some of the things you can create to get that information from people. Right, so we have a cheat sheet. Right, we can give them a cheat sheet. Cheat sheet again, or maybe the 5 reason, blah blah blah. You should have a security system in your house. And again, I'm just going over my head. Right? Give me your email so I can give you that information. Do you see that? I didn't just go ahead and say, hey, give me that email address. Otherwise, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? If you're scrolling down on Facebook, like 5 reasons you should have a security system in your house. Free cheat sheet in the beginning first. Obviously, you want to create a headline, create some type of attention, right? What we call the hook. And then, hey, 5 reasons you should have a security system in your house. And then, hey, give me your email address so I can send that to you. Do you think somebody will give it to you? Most likely because you give them something in return of something else. Right? We can give them a cheat sheet. We can give them a checklist. Right? What else can we give them? A checklist. Them never do ebooks. Ebooks is too. Whenever somebody say ebooks, they gotta go and read 300 pages. They don't want to do that. Cheat sheet can be a 1-page type of thing. Checklist, hey, something like 10 points on that checklist that you can easily explain to them why they should have a security system in their house. What else? Maybe a web map. You can have that too. They're hard to create, to be honest. Honestly, bro, I will just go with a cheat sheet or checklist. Those are the easiest ones to create. It takes if you just go on Fiverr, you can get somebody to create them for you, or you can even create it yourself on Canva. Those are the best ones you can do. And then, if you want to get more leads, what you can do, you can also create a video of your system, how people using it. You get whatever I'm saying? Like a how-to video when somebody come in the house, maybe that's the panels, that's this and that, this is what it does. And then people get to see that, they see exactly the features and the benefit of the product. And because you give them value or phone, you show them exactly how to use the product. Hey, you know what? If you're interested in buying this product or whatever it is, give me your email, give me your. You also want to have some type of video of demonstration of the product. You want to have that too. Right? Because if there is a product online, I give you an example. There's this guy which I coached last week. He been trying to make sales online. He has a product, which is a great product by the way, where if he's going after cable companies saying that you guys are paying too much, blah 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 for Verizon, blah. But he has this device where dude he has like over 5,000 channels in there, and then like, and I'm talking about you have channels from Haiti, from all over the fucking world. It's crazy, it's good. And then he's like, well, I've been trying to sell it. I'm like, yo, nobody knows you. How do you think you're gonna sell it? Like, please show the people how the fucking shit works. Right. And that's all we did. We took a video on how the shit works, show it to the world, and then we go on Facebook. We just put that one video. Hey, you know what? Get rid of your freaking cable while you're still paying for this shit. Let me show you exactly how this works. Now he's like, bro, what the fuck? How the fuck I didn't understand that? You get what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. But when you show somebody how something works, they can see how easy it is, how simple it is, right? Or how this thing can give them more freedom, or maybe it's convenient. Then now he's like, okay, good, I can see myself using that. So you always want to have that type of thing going on for any type of product that you have, because when you demonstrate to people how they use it, or they understand, oh, it's not, because you remember people always have a lot of doubts in their head. Okay, can I even use this product? Is it even convenient to use it? Is it gonna freaking waste my time? And when you do that, and you just cover that in one video, and they get to see, oh my god, it's so easy to use. You just buy it. Any questions on the phone? Nope. Alright, good. So we'll jump on the computer now. Let me see if I can ship this into the television part so we can just record it. Oh yeah, television.
Quick question. Were you recording this so far?
I've been recording.
Quick question, bro. Yo, why don't you put a suit on? Yeah, put a suit on when you're doing it.
Man,
If you're gonna sell it.
I'm still gonna sell it just like that, bro. I think.
Can you? Of course you can.
I think people is more interested in the information.
I agree. Can you still sell it? Of course you can.
I will sell it with the suit or without the suit.
Of course you can. Can you? Of course you can. And will you? Of course you will.
Of course I will.
But do you want to times that?
No, I will still. I don't think people care about me, to be honest, that much. But people care more about the information. They don't. I'm nobody in this equation. Trust me.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about me, bro. Anyway, so let's jump into this. So now I'm going to use.
I can when as you're doing this, if you want me to log onto my Facebook so I can show you the page I already have, you can do that.
Yeah. So give me 1 second. Let me. I will go. I'm using ClickFunnels. This is the software that I used to build all my lead funnel. And I truly recommend ClickFunnels too, everything when you build your funnel. But again, there is a lot of other software that you can use. You can use Lead Pages. You can use other one. But I never use Lead Pages to be honest. I've been using ClickFunnels forever. So I'll show you some example of like. Matter of fact, let's just build a lead funnel together right now while we're here. Build funnel. So the first thing you gotta go, you just go on funnel here, you just click on build funnel, and you create funnel. Alright. Build funnel, create funnel. Now, the purpose of a lead funnel, you understand that, is to collect emails. It's that easy, right? So you just click on choose. Maybe let's just call it Vlad Bootcamp Training. Build funnel. Now the good news about ClickFunnels, they already have a bunch of templates already pre-made for you. You just have to scroll down and see which one you want to really use, and then you choose it, and then you go. Right? Which one do I want to use? Security file. Yeah, let me see. What if let's use this one? Let me see. Right, yeah, I can use this one. Okay, so let's use this one. Select template. It's gonna load for you. Now it's easy. When you come here, all you have to do, bro, is just literally click on edit. It's gonna take you to where you can edit this page. Boom. So this is already here for you. Warning: the strategy you're about blah blah blah. It's not something to do with your product. Right? All you have to do, if you wanna change the copy. Again, I'm just going to go off the fly to show you how to build it. Again, the copy has to be. So warning: what is the one problem somebody facing when they have a house? You know, what do you think somebody wanna put, security system in their house?
For peace of mind, protect their loved ones.
So warning, so we can say something, hey, don't buy a security system before you read this, whatever. I'm just going of my head. And the reason I do this because I want to create some type of urgency, scarcity, and I want to make somebody curious. What the fuck? What do you mean, dude? Like, don't buy. So that's the purpose of a headline.
Right.
Like, it has to create some type of urgency. It's a hook.
Right.
It has to grab your attention. If you are a bit homeowner, you're scrolling down on Facebook, you say, hey, dude, do not buy a security system before you read this. Hey, what the fuck that is? You get that? Right? So again, the same thing we talk about. Free video exposed, the which strategy, blah blah blah. Free video exposed the 5 reasons, right? We can do this. The 5 reasons a homeowner shouldn't buy, a home security system, blah, blah, blah. You get it, right? So, you understand the framework. Again, Vlad, you had something, we're going to talk about copy at the end. Just enter your first name and best email, and I'll send you, and I'll send you the free.
Well, in a situation like this, warning: don't buy a home video before you read this. Great. Free video exposes 5 reasons a homeowner should buy the right security system, or is it still because hypothetically speaking, in this, I'm going to lead them to a video that's going to say, hey, here are the reasons why you gotta have one.
No, okay, no, but again, I get that. You do that in the video, right? But you want to make sure that whenever.
Well, yeah, the hook is like. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But so if we're going to get to, if it exposes the 5 reasons, well, the 5 reasons should be why you need it.
No. Again, you gotta. This is when you talk about the problems with the other security system, and why they should buy yours.
Right.
You get it?
Okay. So then, in a situation like this,
again, this is me just going off the top of my head. I didn't think about the strategy behind the copy.
I got you.
And I'm just giving you, like, I'm just showing you how to build
The
a
formula.
Yeah, I'm just giving you I'm just showing you how easy is it to build a lead funnel,
Okay.
right? But it's not the copy. I didn't even think about the copy.
I got you.
But you get it. Even if you are gonna do that, you want to make sure. It's the thing about copy. You can't look at it as a normal. You can't go the normal way because everyone does that.
Right.
You have to pretty much polarize every fucking thing you do on social media. It's like the reason why you shouldn't fucking go to college. From all this video that I shoot, that one video is just like go crazy. Just because your parents told you it's normal to go to college. Your family wants you to go to college. It's normal in society to go to college. But if I have a video saying, we shouldn't fucking go to college,
What are you talking about?
he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Even if you viscerally don't agree with it,
Yeah.
you're like, let me see what this nigga has to say.
Who the fuck is this guy? Right? It's the same thing. So you can't look at social media and think like, okay, I'm gonna do the normal thing. Otherwise, people are just gonna look at you as a normal. They'll never click on it.
There's nothing that makes
They'll
you stand
never
out.
pay attention to it. It's like me shooting a video yesterday said website are dead. What do you mean the website are dead? Right, but I had to say this so other people can say, okay,
Right.
let me listen to what
Clickbait.
you know what I'm saying. Listen to what this guy have to say,
Right.
and then of course you make your point when you shoot that video.
Right.
But this, right? So free videos, 5 reasons homeowners shouldn't buy a home security system before whatever, right? And then free cheat sheet. Send to your first name and best email address below now, and I'll send it. I'll send you a free thing, the free cheat sheet, whatever. So pay attention to that, right? Yes,
Right.
send me the free
Right.
cheat sheet. That's it. Look at this. I mean, again, we didn't do any crazy design. Look at it close. If we preview it, it's coming in a second. Bro, doesn't it look bad? See, it's not that hard to create a lead funnel. People give us their first name, they give us their email address. You can also put their cell phone number if you want. If you want to put cell phone number in this, let me show you how easy it is. Look at that queue of that. You just clone it, right?
Oh, okay.
And then you just go here, because you clone something, it's gonna be the same. You just
change
go
it to-
here, you change it over
then
there.
type the telephone number.
Yeah, to telephone number. Which is smart. And then your best
Telephone number.
cell number. I want it. Cell, you know? Bro, boom. Look at that. It's not that hard. And then, if you want, after you're done, so you can just save it if you want. And when you're done, you just go here, you finish. There's a thank you page. You send them to the thank you page. It's a bunch of thank you page. So you can even use that. Thanks, here's your video. Right? Look at that. Same page, you can just go here, you edit the page. The video might be here. Right? After you give them the thing, say if you explain the features and the benefit of everything else. This can become an upsell if you want. An upsell is after you give somebody something free or value, you say, hey, by the way, if you want to have the best security system that's gonna XXX all this thing without you doing all this fighting thing, here's my shit, go buy it.
Right.
Do you understand the strategy behind it?
Mm-hmm.
After you shoot the video, you explain the features and the benefit, blah blah blah. Why do you know the 5 reasons? You give them something, and then you say, "Hey, stop! Don't do not move! Don't scroll! Don't exit this page until You read this,
Right.
and then of course they go and click on it. It takes them to your website. Hey, if you're looking for the perfect security system, buy my shit. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you easily can build a lead funnel. It's not that hard. That's all you need is make sure you gotta understand the strategy behind it. You do not have to build any of these things yourself. Right? So
Right.
there's one thing you need to understand.
Yeah.
I don't build any of this stuff. I have somebody that build any. I outsource all this crap. But you want to make sure you understand that as a business owner because otherwise somebody will just fling you. Now, the moment you understand the strategy behind the lead funnel, exactly how it should build, the purpose of it, what should be in there, you can just go on Fiverr and look someone in India that or in Philippines that he knows how to build funnel. Say, hey, dude, here's my map out. You map out your funnel. Here's the copy. Here's the way I want my funnel to look. Design. But now you understand the strategy behind it.
How much, if I wanted to subscribe to the lead funnel, for example, like, how much is that?
ClickFunnels,
Yeah.
they have a 14 days trial, and then I believe it's $97, or you can get if you want to go to full, then I have the $297.
For
But
like
again,
a
I don't
year?
play for ClickFunnels, by the way, because I sell the product, affiliate the product,
Right.
where I don't. It's end up being free for me. I'll show you an example. This month, the last 30 days, I make $967. As in, well, which is the last?
Affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
And that's by having their ClickFunnels, for example, on your
Yeah,
website.
yeah. And they'll just pay. Somebody just click on it, they sign up, whatever for it.
Mhm.
So even if I'm paying $297 for it, I ain't paying shit. It's free for me.
Right, right.
So
The $297 anyway, that would be a yearly cost.
it's a monthly.
It's a monthly.
payment. But you do that. It's not a month. I don't make $1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like
It's right, so.
it's free,
Yeah.
right? You get that part of it.
Mhm.
Now we can jump into Facebook. And show you. Now we at the next step, which is the Facebook ads. Now after you do your funnels, everything else, it's easy for you to do ads for at least for lead
So
gen.
wait, hold on. So for the lead funnel, I
The
can.
lead funnel is like a website.
Yeah, right. It's gonna
But I'm
get
not
to
gonna
the
send someone to a website because when you go to a website, but it has home button, this, that, and the third, and this, you do not want that.
Mhm.
Right? You want somebody when they go to that funnel, all you want them to do is give you that information that turns into a lead, and you have somebody that just pick up the phone.
Right.
Call
So,
them.
yeah, so for example, in my case, my whole purpose for the lead funnel is to collect their telephone number.
Mm-hmm. In
That's-
their email
and their
too.
email. So yeah, the telephone number and their email. That's what I need to collect. And I can do that by creating a hook, giving some sort of value
Mm-hmm.
as to why they should do it. Okay, cool. They're like, okay. So then, well, hold on a second. As opposed to the person who is looking for the shit, right? Where it's like, alright, well, I mean, I guess this is where the website comes in.
This
then?
is where we're gonna go now.
Okay, because it's
This
like,
is where we no,
it's like
the,
you look at
the
the shit
website
on-
is just a website.
Right, right.
No, your question is, bro, how the fuck do I make sure I stay in front of people?
right, but or also, but it's like, because what I'm understanding from the lead funnel right now is, look, I want to collect their information. That's the thing I want.
Mm-hmm.
To have somebody to call them and say, hey, well, that's the thing I want. And in order to get that, I'm gonna tease them and reciprocate something and give them an incentive as to why they should give me that.
Okay.
My question is, or why you want to give it to me? Because you're fucking already looking for it. So,
Okay. So that's fine. So this is exactly why we're gonna build. I'm also gonna talk about traffic. We're gonna talk about organic traffic. We're also gonna talk about paid traffic. You get it?
right.
So, which is the next step.
Mhm.
When you
And
scroll,
before we go on, right? And for the lead generation, lead funnel, I have the option of, say, for example, signing up for ClickFunnels for as one of them, or one of the, for example, and I decide to do that and I do it myself, or I can just outsource that to somebody here, like, hey, look,
to build a funnel
Build a
for you,
funnel,
you can
yeah.
get it flat. But again,
same, but how typically,
you have to.
yeah, but I've done,
You
no,
have to
yeah,
understand it.
right,
Like,
right,
see, I don't build any of my funnel,
Right.
but I understand
right.
what it
But
is.
no, I'm just
So
wondering,
whenever I
because
say
I'm thinking ahead of like, okay, if I'm gonna outsource this to somebody, what's the
Fiverr.
typical cost, right? On Fiverr for.
No, it's $5.
for
The
what's
thing about
the-
Fiverr, it's a
It's an
freelance.
open market, yeah.
Yeah, freelance company. You have people all over the world. I know how to do this shit very good. You can find the best one, by the way,
Mhm.
in there. The one that's certified from ClickFunnels as a funnel builder expert. They charge from $5 to whatever.
Okay.
But again, you do not want to outsource anything.
Just yeah.
But if you are, again, now you are a designer, Vlad,
Mhm.
you can also choose to learn ClickFunnels yourself. ClickFunnels is not hard to learn.
This is what I'm saying. No, right. I can do that, but what I'm trying to say, right? Well, which of these two strategies are going to be more costly, to me? More expensive?
Okay, no. In a guy like you, I'll tell you why I would learn how to build a funnel.
Mhm.
Because you already have a sense of design,
Right.
right? You're the one that went in my office and did do this thing. Now the beauty about learning how to build a funnel, it's like you have an extra skills that you can get paid for. People get
Right,
paid.
right,
Well,
right.
people get paid more. I know people right now that get paid over $100,000 for designing one funnel.
Right.
But I can design funnel for shit. I tell you straight up because I'm not a designer.
Right.
I don't have that graphic, good looking
Yeah,
sense to put
yeah.
color, this and that. I don't
Yeah.
have that. And the thing is, you do not have to go and pay to learn how to design funnel.
Right.
There's thousands of. If you just go on YouTube, I just go on YouTube right now in fact, if I just go on YouTube right now, I put anything ClickFunnels where you'll find a bunch of tutorials how to build funnels.
Right.
They already there. And
Okay.
again, you already have the sense.
So then, what I'm trying to figure out is, okay, well then, outside of ClickFunnels, because ClickFunnels is a thing you can do this or whatever, but then you pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
What other lead funnel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. So Facebook, if you don't want to build a funnel,
Mhm.
Facebook already have a Facebook form in there
Right.
that you can
yeah.
automatically just do that.
Right.
You don't have to do that.
Right.
But again, I'll tell you the reason why you should learn how to build a funnel because
It's
if you
the
look
art
at
of
it,
creating the funnel.
it's the art of creating the build. Again, you have a design sense already.
Right.
And again, you gotta look at it as an extra source of income.
Right.
Because the moment you learn the strategy, you also learn how to build it, to design it. You can do both. You can do the copy.
Right.
Dude, you can get paid stupid money. You already have that sense of an artist.
Right.
So that's why. See, me, I don't build funnels because I don't have that sense of an artist.
Right.
I don't under all this color shit you gotta
Right,
build.
right, right.
I don't have that. But I know a guy like Blake Number. Dude, this guy is killing it just because he's an artist. He knows how to build this shit, and then he'll just kill it. And he understands the strategy, understands copy. He just murdered it. Right? So, but this is where I'm gonna go. So now we on Ad Manager. Now maybe you don't know how to get there. Let me just go scroll all the way back. Let me go on Facebook. If you go on Facebook, you wanna get to Ad Manager. You wanna go here. You can either create your ads, you can manage your ads. You see them? You go in settings.
Mm-hmm.
So all my pages, and then you go here, create ads or manage ads. Same way if you want to create a page, you will create a page. And you
Right. Which
Got
I,
it?
Okay, yeah, which I did that. Okay.
So we'll click on create ads. So they moved it. I guess to this side. They able to see this? They moved it. I don't see it. Okay. So this is my ad account, but I have multiple. See, I already spent almost $9,000 on this ad account. So I'm gonna click on it. have a bunch of ads going on. Now this is the ad manager. You have your audience inside. If you wanna go, let's say you have a product, you wanna go and see who's your type of audience is, you can click on it. Everyone on Facebook. Let's say you wanna find people in the United States, you're gonna put your country first, right? Oh, that is already in there.
Yeah.
It's already here. You can choose gender, whether if your product is only guided to women, you can click on women, right? Now, whenever you're looking for audience, Vlad, the first thing you want to look for is one, you want to look for big company. So let's say you have a product now related to security system. You want to look for the biggest company in the marketplace. This is how you look for your audience first. Or you look for big pages. So if we're gonna talk about security system, which one of the company is the biggest company in that field?
ADT.
The ADT corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Vivint.
Right.
Let me see if they're on Zoom. If they're there. They're here.
Brinks.
Hmm?
No, not Brinks.
But you get what I'm saying, right? You get my thing. So when you come here, they kind of give you some insight. Now you're gonna see the demographics of people who usually buy this product. As you can see, if you were gonna
so
target,
since you already kind of
yeah, they give you some feedback.
right. So you put the company, for example, that's big and stuff, and it gives you the information of that.
Yeah, so
company. Got it,
I
got
can
it.
show you an example. So if you're gonna target an audience, you do not want to target 10,
Right.
18 to
Right,
24.
18 to 24, right? Because they're not spending.
You see
right,
that?
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
you always, but this is why you want to use audience insight,
right.
because if you didn't know that information,
And then you went ahead and did your thing with 18 to 24.
yeah, you get that. So
Right.
look at this: 20, 21, 34. Okay, 21%. So your sweet spot is
Right. 35 to 54.
in 44 to 55. So 55 is you can also, it's 17 is not bad,
Yeah.
and you get it right.
Mhm.
And as you can see, women is more of a scary cat in this thing. They
Right.
buy security
Yeah,
system more,
exactly. Yeah.
right? And they even show you.
Relationship status. Yeah.
People
of
who's
course,
all
man.
married.
That's right.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
He did college, blah blah blah. And they even show you the people. So if you were gonna target people, if you wanna use interest,
Production and transportation.
they kind of give you the interest.
Right.
You see it?
Uh-huh.
You see how Facebook Insight is super important. So you kind of know when who to target. Installation and repair services, transportation and moving, production. You kind of get it, right?
Yeah.
They can even show you which kind of page these people like. You will see it, give you an example. So they like ADT, like Vivint Smart Home. Some of them even like bookvip.com. They tell you which kind of freaking show they like to watch. You see how beautiful that shit is? Like Home Away,
Right.
travel website. So you can test any of these things and see where you get the most of it, the cheapest cost per lead.
Right.
So they'll show you the page they like, bro. It's crazy. Wow. You see why this thing is important? They can even show you where they are, that. Show you. Tennessee. Michigan. They even tell you what they like to fucking do. You get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So that's audience insight in there for you. And manager page posts, blah blah blah, ad reportings. Now, one thing I didn't talk about, your pixels. This. When you create a lead funnel, my friend, if you're gonna use a third party website, like a ClickFunnels website, or you're gonna use your website, you wanna make sure you have the Facebook pixel in there. Now, what is this pixel? It's what track the customer behavior. So meaning, let's say somebody go on your opt-in page, they visited, they didn't give you that information. Pixel will track that for you. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you want to make sure that you install your pixel on all your pages. If you're on your website right now, if you don't have your Facebook pixel,
How do I ensure my pixel is set on my website, for example?
okay. So I don't know what you are using. If you are using your WordPress, whatever you're using to build your website, I can show you how to do it in ClickFunnels. I got you that, but on your website. But you want to make sure whoever designing your website, you make sure you have the pixel installed in there.
Then through Wix, my page is through Wix.
Okay. So again, you want to make sure that you look at how to install the pixel on Wix, and then you make sure you take that pixel and install it in there. That's cool. And for ClickFunnels, I'll show you how to do it right now. Right? So pixel. So the first thing you will do, you click on the pixel. I'll leave this page. Obviously, I already have my pixel installed in here because obviously I'm sending traffic to this page. But I'm not going to tell you to do something in it which I'm not already doing. Right? If I was going to create it, set up, I will just click on setup. Right? Install pixel. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
I will manually install it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that. I will take that code here, which I can just copy.
Mm-hmm.
I will go and click funnel here, Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
Funnel. We just built this funnel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. What I have to do is go here on settings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Head tracking code.
Okay.
Copy, paste.
So, for example, I would do the same thing, say on Wix, whatever platform Wix has
Yep.
for tracking
Mhm.
purposes.
You're gonna take that code and put it on the head. Now, this is the main code, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every time somebody come into this thing now, it's gonna track it. Every time I send traffic to from Facebook, I'm gonna go there. The same thing way, if you are sending traffic for Google ads, you wanna make sure you take the Google Tag Manager and put it in there too.
Right, right.
Because this is what's going to understand people's behavior, how they come to you, how they react, how they behave.
Right.
So you can optimize your campaign.
Right.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go all the way down here, you save and update the settings. All the way here. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not done yet, Vlad. Now, we're gonna talk about another part of the pixel. When I'm done, instantly we're gonna finish writing. When I'm done, right? Let's say this is not e-commerce. I wanna get information, right? So we're not gonna use e-commerce. You can just use education, it's fine. Let's say when I'm done, Vlad, I want. Let's say my goal is to get leads, right? They have a tracking code here too. Now, Let me explain this. Pay attention to this.
Mm-hmm.
If someone, so I want Facebook to track the leads, right? So whenever somebody give me the information, I want Facebook to track it. In order for someone to become a lead, they have to go to this page and end up here, right? So what I'm going to say to Facebook, every time somebody get here, they are a lead.
Right.
So I have to take that code, I just copy and then go here on the edit page, right? Settings, tracking code, and then V. See? Script, Facebook track lead script. So this is me saying to Facebook that, hey, every time somebody land on this, because if there's somebody go here on the opt-in page, right?
Yeah.
They look at the page,
But
they don't fill out the
right.
form. A lead. You
Right.
get it?
Right.
They're just a website visitor.
Right. Right.
But if somebody come here, for them to land on this page, Vlad, they have to give me the information here
Right.
to get to this page. So that's exactly why I take that tracking code and put it
Right.
on the thank you page. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
Let me see back on Facebook the lead where that was. The lead
Yeah,
picture
so
thing.
Facebook right here. Let me go back so you get it. You see how it was here, right? After I do this, which is the main code which had to be put on the first page. Remember that,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And then we hit continue.
Uh-huh.
If my goal is to track leads,
Okay.
right? I'm gonna go here and put education,
Mhm.
right? And then I'll just go here on lead, right? Any code that you want, Vlad, it will be here. If you want to complete registration, initial checkout, let's say you were doing a purchase, somebody were buying something on your page.
Mhm.
You wanted to see
Right.
whoever started to initiate the checkout and then finish. You can also take that code
Right.
and then put it in there. You get it?
Right.
But in our case, that's not what we wanted. We wanted to see who's the lead. So we'll just go here, and then we take that code right here. That code, see, it's right there.
Right.
Copy. We take it, and then we go back to ClickFunnels,
Mhm.
and then we click edit. And then we have our tracking code. Now the good news is, if you're doing this, if you have your lead form all the way on Facebook, they automatically overhaul that for you. You don't have to do it. But if you do everything inside of Facebook. But the reason why I like to do everything outside, because when it comes to automation, I can do a lot more. So let's say somebody come in as a lead, I've been trying to reach them, I can get them. But I also, outside of ClickFunnels, I can have like what I call an email campaign. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Which we'll talk on automation, of course. See, I can go on automation. I can create an email sequence for like 7 days to remind, hey, you know what, I start providing value to these people until I can get them back. I can really do that on Facebook.
Okay.
You see how I have automation? If I create automation, I can say add new email. They'll get, I can even text it. I can do a lot of other things where I can like exactly follow up after that. But we'll talk about this on automations. Do you have any questions so far for me? Okay, you're good, right? Okay, pretty much that's it on for this part of it. And then let me make sure that I have one to cover here, business settings, all these things. When you set up your account, you'll be fine. Business location, images, no. Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep it up for you. So let's just go back to ad manager. Now pay attention to this part, to how easy it is to create. I'm gonna show you both way where you can create a lead the ad for the leads, where we can automatically do it from Facebook, or you can do it outside of Facebook. Let's just do it from Facebook first. You're gonna hit on create.
So
Right?
this is an ad manager on Facebook
This is where we're gonna go and create an ad now. So let's say we didn't want to use an outsourced ClickFunnels. We're gonna use the pages. We're gonna just do everything through
So
Facebook.
this is creating a new campaign.
And this is where you're gonna start sending traffic to the page. So if you didn't want to use ClickFunnels, right? You're gonna have everything just inside of Facebook, right? Again, if you look at awareness, this is for branding, consideration, traffic, engagement, blah blah blah, video reviews. So if I was just sending traffic to a video, the purpose of this is what?
Lead generation.
So we're gonna click on lead.
Right.
It's easy. Then we can call it, if you want, campaign name, Vlad Security Leads. Right? So we're gonna hit and continue. You see that? Don't mess with any of these things in the beginning. Again, when you start getting very good, you start messing with them. Now just keep it super simple. Continue. This is where you go again. You can call it whatever you want. Usually in the ad set name, I usually go and call it, you know, we can call it security. I usually put in there the group age, like the demographic I'm targeting. You already seen that 18 to 24 is not good.
Right.
So maybe we want to do 25 to 35. So here I usually put like, if I'm doing desktop or I'm doing mobile, I usually just put like desktop.
When you say that's what you do.
No, I usually name it. So when I do my campaign, I usually split test. So let's say I'm sending traffic to mobile only, I usually split test that. I just send that traffic to mobile only. If I'm sending traffic to desktop only, I'm gonna show you how to do that.
Desktop users or mobile users?
Yes, yep, there we go.
Okay.
You get that?
Okay.
If I'm doing female, I do female only.
Right.
I do male only.
Right.
Right? So I know which one be better, which one buy my product the most.
Right.
So like that, I can say, okay, where do I spend more money?
Right.
You get it?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, and then this is where you go and choose your page. So let's say you already have the Facebook page, and like you said, you see I have a bunch of pages. I'll just choose my page. Where with the page I want to advertise on. You get it? Now we're not selling anything else. We're gonna leave this. You can sell this anywhere in the United States.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the country you can leave the United States. Now we already see Vlad. Again, 18 is not good. We're gonna start at 25. When we saw that up to what 35, I usually split test all these things, Vlad. I don't usually just combine all together. So I look at the good. I do. This is why you have to do audience insight, so you can see where the people usually buy this the most. So when we look at the first time, I think it was to 35. But I was
Maybe it was 45. 25.
Yeah, but again, what I want to do, I will do a second campaign
Right.
and split test 35 to 45, so I can gather that data. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we're gonna put language, English all. You get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to sell this only in Brooklyn, you would have get rid of the United States and you just put Brooklyn.
Right.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw that people from ADT,
Okay.
interest, the ADT Corporation. I would only have one interest all the time. I will do another ad with Vivint.
Got it.
Because again, you want to know which one works better for you.
Mm-hmm.
You see how we just have ADT Corporation? If you look for two suggestion, it might give you. You see, Vivian, Nest, security alarm, anti-theft system. It give you everything. But again, all these things you want to try them separate in a different ad. Don't have all of them all together because you won't know which one works better. Now you can also target people based on behavior, right? Without targeting the company, you can go over here. Let's say let's go browse, right? Let's look for behavior. Purchase behavior, anniversary, maybe now. We're gonna look for people who just move. You get it?
Right.
Interest. Should be in behavior. Behavior. Internet vision, no. Digital activities, Facebook payment, not really. Small business owner, you see that, expand. Family legal board, no, that cannot be it. Cannot be it. Return from travel, no, purchase behavior. Engage shopper. Just move. Let me see if I can just move. See, it's a new. See, recently.
You said no, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the top one. I want to know.
You see that? It's 119,000 people, 9,000 people who just moved. We can click that. So now you know what's gonna happen, right? Every time somebody's calling in their Facebook, they just recently those people that will just recently moved,
Right.
your ad will just show up on the page.
Right.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
You can even look for some suggestion. See home improvement.
And these are
When-
these simply add to that now, right? They're not creating subsectors only. These additional.
Yeah,
interests.
so if you wanna say friends of recently moved, if you want.
Right. Uh-huh.
You get it, like home improvement, maybe you. But again, you want to target this. You wanna use these things by themselves.
Separately as well.
Never,
Okay.
never.
So if I
Maybe
did do
friend of
this,
recently moved, you can have them two
add
all
them
together.
yeah. And then-
Because they kind of
Right.
like the same
Right.
thing. You get what I'm saying, right?
Uh-huh.
But if you want to do something like maintenance, repair, and operation, you want to do that by itself.
Right.
You get it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You get the way you do the targeting, right?
Detailed targeting. Yeah.
You see that? But again, you want to do that by itself. Right?
Right.
And then when you're done, if you want to do anytime you're creating your ad, you gotta go and keep looking for those audiences. You can just save the audience
Right.
and always uncheck this shit. It's gonna give you a higher cost per lead. And then
Leave it unchecked.
yeah. So remember the way I told you that we can do like placement.
Uh-huh.
We can choose. We gotta do mobile by itself. We gotta do desktop by itself. So we'll just go on edit placement, right? All devices. So if this campaign is on the mobile, I'll just unclick desktop. So that ad will only show on mobile to people.
And then for my target group, I'm probably gonna. Well, yeah, I can do different ones. So I think for
The
example,
next one.
like the 25 to 35, I'll leave it on mobile. The, 35 to whatever, I'll probably leave it to
And then obviously you go and keep studying and see where your
Right.
cost per lead is cheaper.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
But you don't want to have them. You can. It's just gonna take you harder. You gotta understand how to read all the data yourself. But if in the beginning when you set up your campaign, you just okay, this is mobile, right?
Right.
When I go here, although the way I name it, I put desktop and mobile. I can say okay, this is desktop mobile.
Mhm.
Or what's my cost per lead per desktop? Is this? What's my cost per lead for mobile? Is that?
Right.
Then it's not for me to go on desktop manager and go look at data and this and all this. It makes your life harder.
Right.
Okay, for 25 to 25 for desktop is this. For 25 mobile is that.
Right.
Same way if you do it for female, for male, then it's so easy for you to study,
Yeah.
right? And then you done here after. And you can say my daily budget is $5. Get it?
Right.
Whatever you want to spend. I'll start at $5. And then this here you're done. Again, if you want to split test, then you can split test female. If you want to just only select here, men only, you can just do that. You want to select women only, you can do that. If you want to select both, you do that. But again, I don't like to do that. I usually have men by itself,
Yeah.
women by itself.
So
when
now,
it's-
so say I did all this, and chances are, what I'm doing, I'm gonna do women first, right? Boom. Then I go create another ad manager,
A new
thing,
ad.
and then say a new ad, men. Boom. Okay.
yeah, you know, it's the crazy part. After I create this, I can show you easily how to create, how to just duplicate the campaign,
Right.
and then
right.
and then
And
just
then just change the demographic.
change the
I'm
demographic.
sending it to.
and then you just make sure you change everything else up there too.
Right.
You don't have to create really go and create the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
right.
And when you're done here, Vlad, there's nothing there to do, bro. You just really click continue.
Run ads, right? Continue.
Right? So this is where you can have your image carousel, meaning you can have multiple image. 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever.
So that's
You never see an ad on Facebook where you see with like multiple
okay, yeah,
images?
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
they, that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what they do.
Right, so I had different pictures.
To be honest, bro, I would rather you use video. They use you convert the best.
Can you actually use both?
You can test everything.
So, this is single image or video. So this one is video. Oh, well,
Single
so
image or
if it's video, it's in one video.
But
for sure.
carousel is like you can use multiple.
Oh, you can. Oh,
Two
the camera-
or more
I'm
scrollable
sorry.
images.
Right. Oh, videos. Got it. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. So there, one will be picture. Another one will be a video one.
Yeah,
And that comes
exactly.
in-
But
Right.
you test everything. Again,
Okay.
don't ever do
Right.
everything
Don't do it together.
on
Right.
based on your feelings or your emotions.
Right. So
You
what
gotta test Facebook, let
right.
them give you the data,
Right.
then you read the data,
On the
and then you
pictures,
see where you
right.
get the lowest cost per lead, you
Gotcha.
scale that.
Gotcha.
It's
gotcha.
never your personal feelings.
Right. Yeah.
Again, you see the
yeah,
same way I
yeah.
told you, you're not, I'm nobody in this part of this equation.
Right.
It's the same thing for Facebook. You're nobody. It's not about you. It's about the customer.
Right.
The way they behave, the way you look at the data. Okay, this is the way they behave. Okay, this is what they want the most. You give them what they want the most.
Right.
You get it, right?
Mm-hmm. So, for example, in a situation like this, say I do multiple. So this one will be one ad campaign. Will say multiple pictures. Boom. And then say I duplicate the exact same campaign except with video this time.
Yep.
Boom.
You see how I can have 1, 2, 3. I can also add 4. I can also add 5. You see what I'm
I'm
going to do
the
that?
best performing cards. So,
Yeah.
so how do I do
I can select an image here, whatever.
Right.
Just give you an example. I just use this.
Mhm.
That's one.
Right.
When I'm done, I just go here. If I
Add
want to use
to-
a video, I
okay.
can use the video too.
Right.
You see that?
Mhm.
Select, and I go here, and then if you didn't have the image already, you can just go and upload here images, and then you add it yourself. You see that?
Mhm.
Blah blah blah. You get it, right?
Mhm.
And then here, this is where you have your copy. Now let's talk about that. I'm gonna go back here on the board before we do everything because we're gonna talk about script here. Hey, this be nice to me, okay? Don't fall. Perfect. So let's talk here now. This is super important, right? This is one exercise you want to do every time you write your ad copy. You want to do this. You want to have problems. You want to have solutions. Meaning here, what problems you're
Customer.
are facing, what is the solution? This is how you're going to be able to write your ad copy. Now, when it comes to security, you're a homeowner, what problem do you think your customers are facing?
What's one problem customers are facing when it comes to security? They
Yeah, like what are the things are you don't want maybe somebody to break in your house?
well, yeah. Right. Yeah, you don't need people breaking in your house.
So
So,
breaking,
breaking in.
what's the solution?
Alarms, like security solution is like door or window break sensors.
Door, windows, break sensor. Mm-hmm. What else? What about your kids? You don't want, your kids. You want to see maybe monitor your kids.
So bringing in children safety, right? Or children monitoring. No, children safety.
What's the solution?
Solution for that could simply be, video monitoring.
Video monitoring. Well, you get the whole point of this exercise.
Yeah.
So, those are the objections that these people, those are the problems that they have, right? Those are what they're dealing with. When you're gonna write your ad, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna do this. Attention, you wanna call them out. Attention, homeowners. Are you afraid that someone will break in your house? You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see why this is so crucial that you do that exercise? Because this is what's going to help you to be able to write your ad copy. If I'm going down, I'm scrolling down on Facebook, right? I'm a new homeowner and this is my problem. I'm afraid that somebody's going to break in my house. I see this. Like, motherfucker, remember when you asked me that question? I was already looking for that. Like, bro, how the fuck do you know I was already thinking about that?
Yeah. Right.
That's why you gotta do that exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And then you,
Provide the solutions.
the solution, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you can do after you ask that question, you can do like a checklist. After you say, hey, are you afraid of somebody
Mm-hmm.
or gonna break into your house? Can I ask you maybe, let me ask you a few questions. Or you this, that, and the third. And then you introduce your product, then at this point that's the solution. At home, blah 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 security net, we have this product, this, that, door windows, the next kind of this, and solve that, go ahead and buy it right now. You get it? You see the format for you to write the copy. You call them out first. You ask them a question of usually what some of the problem that they are facing,
Right.
and then you introduce your product. you kind of give them some information,
Right.
and then you introduce your product, and then you say, hey, go ahead and buy it here. Put your business, your website link.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
So this is what we do here in the copy. And then make sure you always, I forgot to mention that. Make sure you have a call to action at the end.
Right.
Call to action, which is a CTA. And then make sure you have your website or funnel link in there. What's up?
Situation like this, I would prefer just to have the phone.
No, but you get it, right?
Yeah.
So in your case, say, listen, are you afraid that somebody gonna break in? And then you say that we're doing this and that and the third with you get what I'm saying with your product. And then go ahead, fill out this form. Somebody will be able to get in touch with you.
Right.
You get it, right?
When and where do I add a little bit extra incentive?
You can do that in the extra in the copy right here, bro. This is
Right,
what you,
for
this is your
example,
offer.
say, yeah, purchase in the next.
No, that's all. We can do that right now. Yeah, attention, homeowners. And make sure this is going to the computer this way.
Or for like when I'm running a promotion, for example.
Yeah. Attention, or you afraid somebody gonna break it in. Here, at SolutionsNet, we are doing a special promotion for the next 7 days. Free
Right. Free $50.
Visa card, and then you get two, windows, whatever, break it for the price of one, whatever promotions you have going on. Go ahead, fill out this form, and somebody will call you. You get it? And then you make sure, Mr. Vlad, whatever you were doing as the headline is what's gonna grab the
Right.
people's attention. They call it the headline, it's the hook. We can say free
Right.
$50 Visa card. Right? You wanna make sure you put your, always use learn more. Sign up and don't work better than this.
Right, learn more.
And then that's the form. You want to make sure, my friend, so I already have a form, but you want to make sure you create a new form. This is where you don't have to go and create, you don't have to go you don't have to have a set different funnel, because you see, it's already collecting the data for you. You get it, that?
No, wait, so when you create the new form, what am I doing here at that point?
So remember where we were collecting on ClickFunnels when we go and build a lead funnel? This is pretty much a lead funnel. You just build it inside of Facebook.
Right.
You don't have to go outside and do that.
Okay.
So what I have to do is here, it's like, okay, let's look at the settings. Form type here. That's the intro. If I want to upload an image, I can just do that. But if I want to use the image, I can. But if I want to upload an image on my computer, I can also do that. Just have to look for a picture on my phone. Let me see. Let me show you. I'm just using any picture. Boom. You see that?
Right.
And then headline.
So now this picture can be the same or different from the
ad, yep.
ad itself.
Yeah, you can use the same one if you want to. You see
Right.
you see that?
Mhm.
You can use the same one.
Okay, use the image from the ad, right?
Yeah,
There
or
we
you
go.
can just upload a new one.
God.
Free one, alright? Free.
And this is the headline still.
Yeah. The headline here.
Oh, I'm sorry, the headline is here. Mhm.
Free $50 gift card. Right?
Mhm.
And then kinda here, you just give them a description. When you sign up,
Right,
blah blah blah.
right, right.
You get that.
Yeah.
And then when you come here, you see you already have the email address, you have the full name. But if you want, Vlad, if you want to add more stuff to it, from type, if you want to add more stuff, you see this one is only asking for first and last name, right? If you want to add the cell phone, you just add phone number.
Mhm.
And he already added for you. Now this is the best part about Facebook. The fact that you on Facebook, Facebook will usually know more all this information. When somebody go in, they don't have to, it's auto-populated for
Yeah.
them. You get it?
Mhm. So this is okay. One.
You get it?
Mhm.
You don't have to really much put in, you just select those.
Mhm.
And then if you want to look at the setting, if you want to make it required, you can also make all this information required if you want. Field IDs, if you want to make them required, you can just make them required. Let me see.
Right.
Tracking parameters. Well, which is already in English.
Yeah, I want to make the telephone number required. Yeah.
So, privacy policy, again, things to the screen. It's just a disclaimer. If you have a disclaimer, you want to make sure that it is, again, let's say you're selling something like how to make money. You want to say, oh, you're going to make that. You want to make sure you have a disclaimer that you see that all the time. And it's thank you screen. It's like, thank you all said your information has been sent to Jefferson. Tap below to visit at the Jefferson website. And then you just take your website, the link there. If you have your website for your business, you just put that website here. With button text, maybe a little more. And then required is the link. You just put work with Jefferson.com. You all set? If you want to name the website too, you can do that right here. You can change the name here if you want. See that?
That's the name of the form, or that's the name of this ad.
The form. So the form. If you want to call it Vlad Lead Gen. You get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then form configuration. They tell you if it's restricted.
What if because this one is going to be running for female 25 to 35, right?
This is just the landing page, man.
That's the landing over here.
So
okay.
every time somebody go on Facebook, this is the page. You remember the way we create a page on funnel on ClickFunnels? This is the landing
Right.
page.
So then the name is simply for me to.
You
for
get
my
that.
reference.
Yeah, you get that information in your email.
Right.
The same way. Same way.
Yeah.
It's just that this is within Facebook. You don't have,
Facebook.
you don't have to go to
Yeah.
get an outside.
Right.
You don't have to go to ClickFunnels or link pages to
Right.
build that. You can just
Right.
build that within Facebook.
Right. Gotcha.
So that's your landing page.
Right.
You get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really get it?
I think so, because we keep saying it's my landing page that's separate from the website.
Then we won't need again. This is a
Right,
lead
right.
funnel.
This is a lead funnel, right?
So we won't need to use the website.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
So every time somebody come in, if they're interested, it will take them here.
Right. I'll take
They'll-
it here, right?
And then you just
And
give
then
their
they-
email, their full name, their phone
Mhm.
number.
Right.
And if they submit that information comes to you.
Right. And so that information, right? It comes. Okay. Where do I see this information now? Do I get it on the Facebook, or is it going to go to my email with that
I'm gonna show you where
information?
to go.
Okay.
You see it.
Okay.
Again, you have software that you can just automatically plug in within Facebook. It will just automatically email it to you.
Mhm.
If we do it with ClickFunnels will automatically email it to you because they already have all the populated software in there.
Right.
But if you want to keep it within Facebook,
Mhm.
you can. There is a way you can just go on Facebook and see it,
Right.
or you can just use like a third-party software.
Mhm.
You can use which you can use Active Campaign to do it. You can use Salesforce to do it. Any of CRM software you can use, and then they will just email that information to you. Or you can just automatically yourself just go in there in Facebook and then get that information
Right.
and download it.
Right.
You get it?
Mhm.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna create that page because I already have
Right.
it's inside my stuff.
We're gonna cancel it, right?
Then when you're done, Vlad, see I already have a form, right? For Verizon.
What, like one of these?
hmm
Okay, right.
When I'm done, I'll just click confirm, and that's it. My ad is launched.
Right.
You get it?
Mm-hmm. So now ad is launched. It has an internal lead funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Thing.
You just click on it.
Yeah,
Information
boom.
come. Boom.
Right. Boom. Done that.
Now that's the first. That's the one within Facebook.
Right. That's within Facebook. Yeah.
Now we are going to build one within ClickFunnels. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Create ad manager. Let's go here. Create ad. You get that? You good, right?
Is that the same information? We just go ahead.
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The only time here, because we're not gonna use it inside of Facebook.
Right.
We're gonna go on conversion,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and then we are going to do. We're gonna name it the same way I show you.
Uh-huh.
Same way, everything the same.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna go and continue. Now remember when we install our Pixel,
Right.
we wanted to optimize for leads.
Uh-huh.
So you gotta please select on conversion event
Uh-huh.
lead.
Right.
You get it?
Uh-huh.
That's exactly why we had to install the Pixel.
Right.
If we didn't install the Pixel, you won't be able to do that. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Lead. So you're gonna go in conversion. You get that, right, Vlad? You want me to go back?
Yeah, go back.
Okay, I knew you wanted me to go back. You motherfucker. Okay, we're going to create ad.
Mm-hmm.
We go on conversion. This is what you wanted.
So within Facebook, we did that under consideration under lead generation. 'Cause that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just did that. Now we're gonna do the same, but outside, so we'll go conversions.
Yeah. And then again, we click the name, we click on continue. Again, we can change the name, you make sure you change the name. I'm just keeping it because I already told you how to do this.
Right.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Continue. Then when we come here, we gotta change it to lead. If that's if I wanted to, again, they see the same way I told you, if I wanted to do purchase, I'll do purchase. If I wanted to do all this other thing, I'll do it. Right? But for this, we're just going to optimize for leads. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
And we done. Same way we'll do mobile, we'll do desktop, we are the same way. Same thing here with Black.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, same shit we did. Same thing. Remember the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing doesn't change.
So now wait. So
Now the only difference is
Mhm.
because we're doing it for conversion. Every time you do for conversion, you can either do it for 1 day or for 7 days. Don't leave it here. I'm not optimizing for view. I want click. So either 1 day click. Now 1 day click meaning you tell Facebook somebody click on 1 day to optimize it for. If you do 7 days, it's just gonna take a longer time to do the learning. So it depends. It makes sense that you sound confused. So let's say I launch my ad, right? Facebook gonna go look for people that's interested in the product.
For
Right.
just one day, during that day.
Yeah, for that one day. Now, if I don't want to wait for them to Facebook to do that study,
Okay.
but again, you want to, if you're spending a lot of money, you can do one day. If you're not spending a lot of money, you can just do 7 days because you
Right.
get them enough time.
One day. Right.
You get it?
Right.
But
So
if
on
doing
a $5 a day, $10 a day
Just-
budget, a 7-day.
Yeah, exactly. you're not spending really that much money that day. But it depends on how many campaign you have going, how many ads you have going in that day too. Though.
Right.
Even if you're spending it $1 a day, if you have multiple ads going that one day, it's still fine to do one day. Click.
Okay, right.
Remember, if you let's say you do mobile,
Right,
you're
from
doing
the- yeah,
desktop,
yeah,
you're doing female, you're doing
yeah,
male,
yeah.
and you can just optimize for that.
Right. I see what, yeah, gotcha.
You get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now-
For each of those, I'm gonna have a budget set for them also anyway.
Yeah. So
which
and then
means-
it's like Facebook going here, here, there.
Right. And so I have one for $5 here, one for $5 here, one for so by the time I finish,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch.
Yeah, it's like
so now,
it's like a pool, right?
Yeah.
And Facebook gonna go here, and show you that. You get it? You can do that.
Okay, and then and then that's the case. Then it's like, oh, I'll just then collect all your data in one day because you're getting.
And then that's it. And then you can know, okay,
Right.
I don't want to fuck with this
Right,
people.
right,
I don't want to
right,
fuck with
right.
these people. I can cut off this ad. I
Right.
can leave this ad. I can optimize it. I
Right.
can put more money in it because it's converting well. You get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we click on, again, same thing on daily budget. Again, whenever it is here, and then we just click continue. Same thing with the Hibaba.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, the only difference, make sure that you change your again, make sure you change your page if it's not the page you want to advertise. Remember that.
Well, I mean, as of right now, it's only one page I am advertising.
Well, again, what I'm saying, you want to make sure, because I have multiple pages.
Right,
If I'm going to do an ad, I want to make sure it's the right
It's
page.
the right page. Got it.
You get it? And I'm gonna make sure it's the right Instagram page.
Right.
You get that?
So you say Instagram?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, the right.
that's what exactly what I asked you to do Instagram in the beginning.
Yeah. Right. Got it. Now,
Because when
this
you
is-
start advertising, your ad's gonna also show on Instagram. So whenever somebody's scrolling down on Instagram, they automatically see your ads
So
too.
then, right. So then the.
That's why in the beginning I asked you to make sure you have an Instagram page.
Mhm. So now here's a question. So whatever the.
The
Instagram
questions
page
you're gonna
has-
ask me, I know. You might say, Jeff, what if I wanna advertise on Instagram only? Can I split this both?
Well,
And do
or
Facebook.
or
No, let me answer that. Let me
Okay,
matter of fact, I
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
put that.
uh-huh.
Let's say you want to advertise you want to show your ads on Facebook only, or you want
Right.
to show it, you want to split this.
Right.
I would rather you do that because you will understand your cost per lead for Instagram and your cost per lead for
for
Facebook.
Facebook, right?
So right, so the way you do it, you go on placement, right?
That's
Edit placement.
Mhm.
You can deselect Facebook. You can deselect audience network. You can deselect messenger. You can just leave it Instagram by itself. Same thing for Facebook.
Got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to show this ad only on Instagram, I just have to deselect the other platform.
Right. But for now, I think I'm just going to.
In the beginning, I usually leave
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah,
by
but
itself.
you-
You know, I don't usually sugarcoat. I don't usually like go crazy on that. But you get it, right?
Yeah. So now, so the incentive now is creating the Instagram page also. That's a must for Solutions Elite by itself.
Yep. We must.
Yeah, and then now when I create Solutions Elite by itself, here's my question: how will my feed? So my current Instagram is
Let me do
connected to this Facebook.
Let me do that. So let's say my page.
Mhm.
See, I have my page connected. I have my page connected to it. You can disconnect it to whatever page you have it now.
Right.
You go on settings.
Mm,
You go on where are you? Instagram. Then Baba, you connected to it.
Right.
You see that?
To disconnect, right? Oh,
If I didn't want it to be connected to the right page, I just disconnect and connect it to the other page.
right.
You get it? Do you
Yes.
understand that?
Yes. So right now we're on the page of the advertising, and So boom. So like right now, since I'm on the Solutions Elite page,
You just go in settings,
right,
and then when you create that page for solution settings,
Mhm.
and you just connect it to it. That's
I'll
it.
just connect
So
there
every
so,
time-
that it's not connected to my 1V-star
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
page. Yeah.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Are we clear?
I think so.
Alright, cool. So let's go back here. So you see that my page is already connected, it's automatically populated for you. So whenever I do my ads, it will automatically show that too.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Mm-hmm. 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 And then it never has to.
Because that's the page that's connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Perfect. Excellent. And then we can do the same way, same thing. Single image, collections, carousel, whatever. Right? Now let's say we want to do single image. We're gonna add the image here. If I already have images, blah blah blah, I'm just gonna choose the images again. You get the drift. Now, copy, same thing. Now you want to make sure you add your URL there. So meaning if I was in ClickFunnels, I have my URL. I want to make sure I take that URL right here, Vlad, and then copy it, and then make sure I add this right here.
That since I'm doing the conversion, that would be for the say the ClickFunnels, since that's what I'm using.
Yeah, but you want to make sure you take that URL from ClickFunnels
ClickFunnels.
where you want to send them.
Right.
Because if somebody click, it's gonna
Right.
send them here.
Right. So here's a question.
Do you see that?
Got it. Well, what right now, since I don't and won't be using an external thing, I won't need to do conversions yet.
No, you just do the lead generation.
Just do the lead generation or Facebook. Got it. This is boom. Now I have a click funnel or other system
lead pages,
page,
whatever.
whatever it is. Get that one and make sure I'm using that to the conversion page
Mhm.
for within Facebook. Got
Mhm.
it.
You get it, right?
Uh-huh.
But you want to make sure you take that link
Right.
and
right.
then put it here.
This link right here.
Because this is where you want to
That's
send
the
your customer,
final. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? Because when they click, it's gonna take this and then here,
Yeah.
and then headline same way,
Right.
and then you have your learn more, and then okay, this is not a politics account. Please stop. Right, and then you have your copy the same way here, right? And then you have your headline, $500 gift card. And then yeah, whatever, yeah, hold on. You're saying it's too much text on the picture.
Yeah.
And you just confirm it. Do you get the strategy behind that though?
Yeah, I get that. I get this. I get it.
Do you have any questions? It's pretty much how you do lead generation though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
You get it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about the last. Let's talk about automation. Are we good on the ad manager and everything else?
Mhm.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do you need a 5 minutes break or you fine?
You have snacks here. I need to. I want lunch or something.
Okay. All right. So let me pause this thing. Well, for the most part, we already covered everything. To be honest, it's just a matter of talking about sales script and automation.